all right. I'm here with a special guest. I have the Brick Chamber of Commerce president for this year. I got Matt Huss. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. Very excited.
Very excited. So you've said you were in radio. You've been on the radio before. You've never been on a podcast, but you've been on radio.
No podcast.
What did you do on the radio?
I was the play-by-play guy for Coastal Carolina Athletics for a couple of years.
Is that where you went to school?
Yeah, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina. Shout out to Coastal Carolina this morning, where the weather's probably better than it is here.
Yeah.
The weather sucks.
It's not great.
No.
It's not great.
You went out for a run this morning?
I did.
How was the wind factor?
It was the wind factor was high,
Yeah.
to say the least.
This morning I woke up and my wife goes, "Is that the wind?" I go, "Yeah, I think so." Here we are. So you have a lot going on. You got your hands full.
Hands are full.
Your personal life, your business life, your giving back life in the Chamber of Commerce. Let's dig right into it. So you've been working at State Farm, which your father is involved with as well.
Yes.
And for 18 years?
My dad has been the agent in Brick going on 19 years.
Going on 19 years. So congratulations to Jody. 19 years is quite a accomplishment to be in business.
Yes.
In the same location?
They moved once, about 8 years ago.
And now tell people where you are so that they know.
Yeah, State Farm plug. 474 Brick Boulevard. We're right next to Mulberry Street Italian Deli.
Good deli.
If you have not been there, I highly recommend. Also, a little plug for the month of March. If you mention the podcast, we're actually giving you a $20 gift card to the deli.
Wait. This is, you made your own rules here. So if anybody mentions the podcast to who?
If you come in for a quote.
Okay, come in for a quote.
Come in for a quote. We're going to give you.
Wait. We got to. I thought I was just getting $20 to go to the deli.
Well,
all right, so
give you one.
All right, so for any person that mentions your podcast in the month of March,
yes,
when they come get a quote for insurance, and now you offer both personal and business.
Yes.
Okay, and resident and car and auto.
All of it.
A car and homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anybody that comes in for a quote to your State Farm will get a $20 gift card to the Mulberry Street Deli.
Yes.
Wow. Andrew, let's go get quotes. We'll go in once a week and get quotes. We'll eat lunch there every week for the next for the month of March. All right. Well, that's great. Great offer. Look at that, man. You're coming in here with your own offers.
Yeah.
You're a marketing guy. I love it. So let's just go right into where we starting. You want to start with the chamber? You want to start with your business? You want to start with your personal? The fact that you just completed the triathlon? What do you want to go into?
Dealer's choice, honestly.
All right, let's start with the Chamber of Commerce because I'm fond of the Brick Chamber of Commerce. So you're the president for the year 2024. So you took on the job last month. You were inaugurated in December at the. At the meeting, at the nice event that they had. So now what's going on? What are you doing with them? What's going on? I know that there's been some recent events and cool stuff. There was Icarus Brewery recently.
Yeah, we actually, Icarus finally joined the chamber. So we're really excited not only to have them as a member, but they're also moving to Brick, as I know that you're aware of.
That's a cool building.
Huge building.
Huge building.
Huge. It's gonna. Yeah, I was talking to Jason last night. We had an event with them, and he said that they're going to quadruple their occupancy just inside. So it doesn't account for any of the private rooms or the beer garden outside. So definitely look forward to a lot of events there moving forward. And
Burger 25 is moving next door, which is going to be awesome. You could have a beer over there and get Burger 25 delivered, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you could probably eat a Burger 25 in their place and have a beer delivered.
I would imagine that's got to be a rule that they're gonna try to incorporate. But I feel like a BYO restaurant is doable next door to a brewery.
It's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, very cool concept.
And that building is going to be beautiful. It's beautifying Brick. Because that was what was there was that old restaurant supply store, and that place was beat up.
Yeah, it was an eyesore. Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
So, were you responsible for getting them to become a chamber member?
I won't pat myself on the back too much on that one, but yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And what are some of the goals and ideas for the growth of the chamber this year?
I think you had alluded to it many times. Having to kind of steady the ship over the recent years, the hardships that we kind of went through. The team that we have in place now, the executive board, the board, our executive director, the team, everyone's kind of putting their kind of hard hat on, so to speak, and we're really kind of getting this back up and running the way that it was for years. Rich Lau, the past presidents and all that, did such a phenomenal
Shout
job.
out to Rich Lau today.
Yes.
Woo!
But yeah, we moving forward, I think everyone's vision is to get back to where we were. But it's going to take some time. So we're definitely kind of leaning on each other to get the ball moving in the right direction. And I think that's definitely happening.
That's great.
So
good to see. And, I think that there's a lot of great networking that happens at the Chamber of Commerce. I've met a lot of nice people, a lot of good clients, a lot of friends over the years. So I'm glad to see that you're in charge for the year. And so keep doing a great job.
Thank you. Yeah.
Next up, so let's talk about this promotion that we're going to be doing. And, so that we can talk about the sandwiches that we're going to be getting from Mulberry Street. So you're on Brick Boulevard. Your father's been there 19 years. How long have you been in the business?
I've almost 7.
All right. And do you like
7.
it?
I do. You know me well enough. I'm a pretty personable person. I could talk to basically anybody. And basically day one when I started at my dad's agency, he basically said, "We're members of the Brick Chamber. Go and network yourself." And from the first meeting that I was there, I started to talk to Jeff Bavacqua, who was the president at the time, and basically immediately I got right in. So State Farm has kind of been one of those things where I can help people and I can talk to people. And, so it was kind of a natural fit for me. So
awesome. And what kind of business do you like to write the best?
Truly, I don't think I have a favorite or I wouldn't say a favorite, but I certainly like being able to explain something to someone who doesn't necessarily understand it and have them make decisions based off of what I've kind of taught them in that conversation. It's not necessarily my job to sell something to someone that doesn't need it, but if I can explain why you would need something, that kind of makes it a little bit easier.
Awesome.
So,
and how many people are employed at your agency?
Right now, 5. So we had a little bit of a hiccup during COVID time. It was just basically 3, and now we're back up to full staff, which is good.
What did you have before COVID?
5.
So it was 5, went down to 3, back up, and that includes you and your dad in the 5?
Yeah.
Nice. So you guys are hands-on operators.
Yeah, hands-on.
All right. And is the plan that you'll take over the agency?
I wish it was that easy.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. No. Well, I'm currently doing everything that I can to get myself prepared and ready to be, eligible for that. But I have to kind of go through the securities avenue and all that stuff. So currently studying for the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 65, all that stuff because it's a requirement with State Farm.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot for selling for what you guys are.
Yeah, they don't. For whatever reason, they don't advertise that they do securities, but we do.
Okay.
So
your dad as well. Has all those certifications and certificates.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So listen, you have plenty of time to get going on that.
Plenty of time, maybe. But
start reading those.
Yeah.
You better get like Audible and start listening in your car when you're driving places.
I'm ahead of you on that one. I have been. So
we had an insurance agent on not too long ago. Shout out to LG Insurance, and he gave me some good books. So now on my drive-in the morning, I'm on Audible instead of listening to the same radio station over and over and hearing the same song over and over on that 20-minute ride. I now have been listening to Audible and learning during that time. So it's been great.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll definitely keep going. I got a long way ahead of me, but I'll check out the audiobooks.
There you go. So, and on a personal note, you have a lot going on, and the fact that you just completed the triathlon.
I did, yeah. I completed the Ironman Maryland, 140.6 miles.
Wow. Now, why did you start in Maryland?
There's only so many around the world, and that's the closest full Ironman.
Okay.
So,
what made you get into that?
I'm just competitive. I swam in high school. I've kind of run my whole life just in playing sports. The only missing piece was the bike. So I just kind of bought a bike during COVID and
Started
took
going.
off. Yeah.
Wow. Are you going to do another?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm crazy enough to do it again.
And have you done those Tough Mudders and things like that?
I haven't done the Tough Mudders, but you never know.
I remember when Tough Mudders first came around, and one of my cousins says to us at a family party, "I'm going to do a Tough Mudder." And someone else said, "I'll spray my backyard, and you can jump around my backyard and make a mess of yourself. You don't have to pay to do it."
Yeah.
But they've become very popular over the years.
You know what? It seems to me like the sport is growing. I really didn't know much about it at all before COVID, and you do like a little local triathlon around here. There's a couple in Point, and it's one of those things. I kind of fell in love with it.
That's awesome. That's great. So, and then I know that there's a wedding coming up too.
Yeah. Yep.
So this has been a busy year for you. Like 2024 was the year to get married, become the chamber president, do the Tough Mudder.
I have
do the triathlon.
Yeah, I have a lot on my plate, but I'm pretty good at balancing everything. I find myself happiest when I'm kind of working out and being active. So that's kind of just what I did.
Perfect. So when's the wedding?
July 12th.
July 12th. Wow.
Yep.
All right, Andrew.
Yep.
We got to get ready. Got to make sure that we're got the trolley out there for you that day.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's awesome. So that's great that you thank you for using Shubu Trolley and Shuttle Company.
Wouldn't use anyone else.
So I'm glad that you're able. That was a good fit with Mike and everything. So the wedding, and then what's next? You already own a home, so.
I don't own a home anymore. We sold it a few years ago. I wish I still owned that house every day, but
that was like the cool house. I remember
it was
Pat
the cool
used to love going over there.
Yeah, shout out Pat.
Shout out to Pat, who
out
used
Pat.
to be a wingman guy before he decided to move up to Hoboken area.
Yep.
So what happened? You sold the house before? I didn't know.
We sold it kind of in the middle of COVID. Just found the right time to make money on it, and that's kind of what we did.
Great. So now you gotta find that perfect house again.
Yeah, Allison and I are going to start looking, probably right around the start of summer. So
perfect. And there's a lot of good referrals from the Brick Chamber of Commerce for realtors.
Yeah, that's kind of honestly, circling back to that. That's kind of the best part about the chamber. You kind of you get out of it what you put into it, and I've had numerous connections of people. It's not necessarily that they're looking for business; they're just trying to help you. Mm-hmm. So it'll make that process very easy.
That much
thankfully.
easier.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you can't mess up with the chamber president.
Yeah.
So that's great though that you have that. Where are you going to be looking?
Monmouth, Ocean County.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So, home, close to home.
Yep. Where did you grow up? You grew up in Wall Township?
Wall Township.
Wall Township, working brick. So you want to be in that vicinity.
Yeah. Southern Monmouth, Northern Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
I feel like that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
A lot of people say the same thing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Myself included. So
yeah.
That's great. So what kind of get into some grit of when you started 7 years ago, what kind of obstacles did you deal with? What kind of things did you have to overcome? Did family owned business? So how did that impact you? Like, some people like working for the family, others, don't like working for the family. There's people that say, I don't really want to do work for my friends and family, just even in a role like yours, where they say, I don't want to sell insurance to friend or family. And then others, they built their whole business on referrals, and every referral is from somebody that's, connected, well connected to them. So
yeah. So
what's your take on that?
Basically 7.5 years ago, I was working for Enterprise, and I was out for a 3-month absence because I had to have shoulder surgery. Ooh. During that 3 months, my dad just basically said, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for a guy, and this could be your actual career path.
You could be the guy."
I could be the guy. I turned out to be the guy. So I started, didn't really know too much about insurance other than, just hearing it at the dinner table, and kind of took off, immediately got licensed, and really kind of hit the ground running. Once again, going back to the chamber, having the, networking and being able to talk and learn from people that were much older, wiser from my standpoint, was extremely helpful. But the family business aspect, I love working for my dad. There's certain times where it can be a little much, but I feel like that's just the nature of the beast.
You guys should have an arm wrestle. Go get to Dad. Let's get to the conference table.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the arm wrestle wins this debate.
Yeah.
Can you take him in an arm wrestle?
I think I could take him. I think so.
Jody, there's going to be a challenge coming up, so start working out.
Yeah, he got me on the bike. He can easily beat me on the bike, but
All
arm
right.
wrestle, I don't know. But
Dad,
yeah.
get your bike. We're going on a 3-mile race. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Happens quite frequently. But no, I kind of the family business, having to kind of start from scratch and really kind of claw my way, and I kind of just thrived.
Good.
And I have incredible people. I have an incredible group of people to learn from.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And now you have siblings, if I am not mistaken.
Yes.
Are they
oldest
involved?
Of 3.
Are they involved in the biz?
They are not.
Do they plan to get into the biz?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I'm the oldest of 3. Both younger brothers, and both served in the military.
Oh wow.
So yep, Nick is a Marine, a retired Marine, and Alex is in the Army. He's actually going to med school, so we're gonna have a family doctor, thankfully. Yeah.
So we got someone in insurance, we have a doctor, and we have a retired guy.
Yeah.
We got a good setup. All right,
Yes.
good. So you have no competition from the other brothers.
I don't have any competition in the insurance world. Competition in general, yes, all the time, but not in the insurance world.
All right, cool. So all right, so there's no one else that's gonna try to leap over you, take over the business.
No.
All right, good. So all right, that's awesome. And now, what's the plan for the agency? Are you guys looking to grow over the? Do you like where you're at? Where is this? 5-person team where it's going to be, or are you looking to advance? What do you see for the future?
I'm in a group within State Farm it's called the Agent Aspirant Program. So I am currently trying to get all my certifications. I mentioned the securities and all that stuff. That's the only thing that I'm missing. But once I get that part of it, I get to kind of open up and really choose my own path. So continue to grow his business, make sure that, I'm also a face, not just him. And then once I kind of get my own, it should hopefully take care of itself. So
Great.
My grandfather was also a State Farm agent.
Oh wow! So it's in the blood.
So there's plenty of our customers that were with him prior to my dad. So
That's awesome.
That's kind of the plan anyway, to keep the loyalty and keep customers happy. So
That's awesome. Good for you. That's really cool. So all right, so you have a path in insurance,
I do.
And now, how does State Farm work in the sense of like? Your dad has the Brick location, and there's someone else that has, I'm sure, Wall Township, and someone else that has Tom's River. How do they determine their like territories? How do they know how many people how many agencies can be in a locale?
I'm sure there's a back algorithm that I do not have access to.
But do they say like it's a limit, like only 2 people could be in Brick or something like that?
There's 3 in Tom's River.
Okay.
But Tom's River is obviously
Huge,
huge. I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine that they probably...
There's a formula.
There's a formula.
All right. I thought maybe you were on the inside.
I wish. One day, maybe.
So, all right, cool. So you're going to stay in the insurance game. You're going to continue to crush it. Now, after the presidency, you become the president of the foundation, which then you become like helping with the scholarships for the students, which is a pretty cool year.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot to learn about all that. I'm looking forward to being involved, because that's, in the grand scheme of things, that's really why we are involved in the Brick Chamber, because we get to give back so much. The golf outing that we do is such a big participant of getting those funds donated. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. John Hazlett is currently the president of that, so I have a lot to learn.
Yep. He's a good guy to come in after.
Yes.
You had Scott, then you had John, then like they kind of paved the way for you.
They definitely did.
Those guys are both good guys.
Yeah.
And they're both sharp. They both give back to the community a ton. So those are great mentors and leaders to work off of.
Yes, I lean on the two of them a lot because they've been there, they've done it, and like you said, they paved the way.
And recently we had Miss Dawn in, and she's great too.
She is great.
So
she is. I watched watched that podcast yesterday actually.
Oh, you good?
Yeah. So,
Excellent.
Or was it this morning? I don't know. It was yesterday or this morning, but yeah, she's the best. We would not be standing without Dawn. You guys mentioned that she kind of picked up the financial side of things, and no kidding, we would not be here.
Wow, he really did listen to that podcast. Shout out to Dawn Farentino this morning. So, that's great. Yeah, she's awesome. I've known Dawn for 10 years or so, and she's been a great community person and great partner to work with on different things.
Yep.
Awesome. So, as we wrap up here, is there any other things you want to let the audience know about yourself or State Farm, the Huss agency?
Truthfully, the thing that my dad has kind of ingrained is, we're not going to be the number one sales team, but really we're going to be the number one service team. We're going to make basically our best effort to keep our clients happy. That's, State Farm is one of those companies where we only have access to State Farm. Mm-hmm. So we might not always be the best option for you, but if we're not the best option, we're going to find you the best option. So it's one of those things. It's like a selfless type of
that's great
way
though,
of running business.
When you say to be the number one service team, that's something to pride yourself on. I mean, that's really, that's a good statement.
Yeah,
strong statement.
Yeah,
awesome.
So
I appreciate you coming on today. It was great to see you. Let the visitors know where they can find the Huss agency of State Farm. If you want to tell us your website, your social medias, and a phone number.
Yeah, so the phone number is 732-262-5000. It's hussagency.com. We're right next to Mulberry Street, as we said a few times.
$20 gift certificate. If you get a quote in the month of March, you can get a $20 gift certificate to Mulberry Street.
If you mention the podcast.
Yes. Grit won't quit.
Yes, Grit won't quit. So
awesome. I appreciate you coming on. It was great to see you, and good luck with all that you have going on this year, and make it a great year.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully I see everyone at the next chamber meeting.
Awesome. Thank you.